rivalry that started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. So the USC Trojans offense will take the field first. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame, have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but we want to see them build on and do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish have today.
To the air, it's Stewart. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out. First time they've had the ball today. They'll move the wide receiver. The give is to Williams. All over him immediately.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right side, it's Bettis. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quick give. It's Danzy. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Newt Rockne,
makes the grab and room to run. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll move the tight end. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Snapped on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Gilbert. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Run in the red zone, it's Coleman Williams. Swamped immediately. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. Out wide left, it's Barres. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Plowing ahead on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Right side, it's Barres. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Looking for a man, it's Stewart. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Sells to run, looking to pass. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and long here. Wide receiver going in motion. In traffic, it's Barres. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
On the move. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Tradition a huge part in college football, and this rivalry has its place among the very best. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wormley. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Hits inside. It's Phillips. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. The Trojans are in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Left side, it's Bowman. Great Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Looking downfield, it's Stewart. Hauls it in. Got room at the 35. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Between the hashes, it's Bates. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Out wide right, it's Anderson. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play. 2nd down to the air. That's caught. It's Bates. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. The Trojans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it. Got enough for the 1st down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the 1st down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it. But you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Dropping back, it's Stewart. Timed him perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And the Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Southern Cal! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Right side, it's Gilbert. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Takes a snap, wants to throw. They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to throw, it's Stewart. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Changing the routes with his receiver. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Rushes on. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. He turns that loose down the right side. Touchdown Trojans! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
Personal foul.
That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Williams. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Young. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
USC's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. The run inside. It's Danzy. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Reese, never a doubt. Are you kidding me? He had a 2-yard cushion there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sets his feet, it's Stewart. Out wide left, it's Bowman. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Drops back on first down. Comes down, it's Bowman. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On the run, it's Phillips. Stopped right there. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Got to make the play on 4th. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, the quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one. Vertically down the field, he took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Got him. Touchdown, Trojans. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. On the return is Young. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here come the Irish back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Running inside, it's Coleman Williams. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Back's got it on the screen. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Looks it in at the 40. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the back. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Making the adjustment. Might as well run him again. On his feet at the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown USC! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Traveler in the entire Trojan Nation starting to feel their oats as SC has built a lead in this one.
I'm impressed, too, with the Trojans of this one. They've got a lot of competition in conference week in, week out. You don't get a break when you go out of conference to play Notre Dame, but mentally, they've had a lot left in the tank. They are dominating Notre Dame here, Dave.
And it's so fun to watch year after year. Great uniforms, great football. This matchup, the Jules Shillelagh, every single year is always fun to watch.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking for the marker. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number 1, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Irish send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to take it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Looking to throw at Stewart. Nice play to knock that one down.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Left side is Bowman. Open space at the 25. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Out wide right, it's Bowman. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the
field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, it's Williams. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Just not anywhere near good ball placement.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football.
He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. That's caught. It's Barres. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Right side, it's Matthews. Headed to the end zone. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. 2nd and goal coming up. Motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Stewart. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. They're going to run it. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10.
That makes the score. USA 35, Notre Dame 10.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. And the returner will be knocked down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to throw on first. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you've got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him. And that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
Tommy Trojan rides with a sword on his belt, and